today we have another amazing guest, Ma'am Jelena, and we are going to do an amazing interview with her. And first of all, please, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I am also fine. Thank you so much. Okay, so my first question from you is, can you tell us about your journey in academia and what inspired you to become a professor and a scholar?
Ah, Assalamu alaikum. Hello to everyone. Respected M.Ibrahim ITwala, ladies and gentlemen, scientists, university professors, students, business people, etc. I warmly welcome you, and I very much appreciate the invitation that you invited me for and the podcast. My education began in my family, where is constantly emphasized how important it was to be a learned person. When I dedicated to study natural science in high school, it was accepted that I would study natural science because they are the basis of all other science. I first chose chemistry to study, throughout which I gained a wide field of interest, especially in biochemistry, which is the basis of life's psychological processes. My professors were bards of science and mostly had doctorate from famous European universities, and they paid attention to each student. During my study, I was a demonstrator and learned a lot about what professionalism means in higher education. After completing to the chemistry department, I immediately enrolled in biology. Biology closely related to our science, chemistry, other science, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and geography. As a basic science is extremely important for medicine, pharmacy, density, veterinary medicine, and agriculture. Through my study in biology, I learned how to define life and whether it is possible to explain it. With my current knowledge, we still do not know the origin of life, but we play with life in different ways. The characteristic of life are organization, flow, or energy, and matter, production, growth, and development response of the individual adaptation. I was very interested in this science because it studies all form of life uh, on our planet Earth. My interest in genetics comes from my scientific mother, Professor Dr. Katarina Borevich, full professor of genetics at the Department of Biology at the University of Nature Science in Novi Sad. She was an unusual woman, very learning. She carried a spark in her blood, preaches and mother, which strive and insensibly drive here to hate and bold fate to spirit and body. She drew me the refrain of life, think, feel, the work, optimism and enthusiasm, speech. It is what thinking, if anything, is worthy of good. The Olympism, it is worthy of thinking the ancient Greek used to say in the memories of here student, but from our country and the world the remained essential who bring the joy of life and love, a best respected, measured, collected, and great friend. Is our life and friendship have never been interpreted, no matter if she live is in distant world, but they continue in a far prayer elevate from. Is very interesting. I work with the professor on scientific project and thus continued my scientific part throughout master study and preparation in my doctoral dissertation. Thus, this complex life experience or made it continue today in my life.
Okay, that's amazing. It's an amazing introduction of yours. Okay, so let's go to our next question. And it was, as an academician of both sciences and arts, how do you balance the blend of two disciplines in your work?
You have posed a great question for reflection. Science is there to observe and explain natural phenomena. Art, on the other hand, interpret and present natural phenomena to society. Logical thinking and mechanism used by scientists is not necessary for art, which use image, sound, and performance to spontaneously and connectivity convey scientific concept. Science can explain why certain formula is good or why a certain theory is bad. Art can only impress and amaze you use with the beauty of color, sound, or movement, but all hardly to fully explain a natural phenomena. But if we were think about these two worlds are increasingly separate, we would make a big mistake. Art is not possible without science, just as every scientific discovery partly belongs to science and partly is deeply rather art. There will always the limit extent to which science can explain art just as there will always be limits to the extent to which artistic inspiration can approach science. Art and science have always been connected, performed with similar ideas, inspiring each other. Astronomy seriously stand out one the fundamental science along with philosophy and mathematics, which undoubtedly inspire to entire human race, including art, are riches. Everyone have different feeling and impression, but science also want to reach everyone and evoking the desire for knowledge. Next, please.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so let's go to our next question. And my next question is, what does your role as an academician of IRASA involves, and what impact does IRASA aim to make globally?
My role as an IRASA academician is extremely important. Is a prominent scientist and university full professor, as I am a regular member of the academy and director of the IRASA Institute. I will explain to you what IRASA want to achieve on a global level. International Research Academy of Science and Art, IRASA, is an association of scientists, researchers, innovators, and innovator was research activity are displayed embodied in the following scientific areas and discipline mathematics science, including physics, chemistry, biology, etc. Then technical and biological science, medical science, biotechnology, language study, and linguistic, artistic, ecological, and sport scientific field as well as corresponding discipline. The Academy is founded to active goal and objective in the above-mentioned field of science, culture, and art with the task of research to be applicable in the development of Serbian and world economy design according to market economy of the world in order to improve the living standard of people in general. However, the third millennium is demand because the standard of society are reached higher level, new form of education are needed which would educate expert new scientific challenges in the global world. It was our guiding star when I come to decision to create an association, the Academy of IDCA, that really provide in mind a better future. A result, special emphasis is on improving the living and working environment and education citizen is very interesting. There is some to grow into strong, respectful organization, globally recognized. This to aim goal and ultimate objective is existing, especially European country and the world with academy following the Department of Nature Science, Department Technique and Technology, Department of Medicine, Department Social Science and Languages, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Security, Innovation and Inventory, Department, Candidate Academic Department and Development, Honorary Member and Academy.
Okay, amazing. So let's move to our next question. And my next question is, what has been the most fulfilling part of your academic career so far?
My dream as a part in my career so far is mentoring university student at all level of study, and I'm going to explain that. I was the mentor of 14 one doctoral dissertation, 110 masters and master thesis, mentor 718 graduate thesis. There are no filler, only life lessons. Mentoring is the way to learn everything in almost all sphere of life. Mentoring is becoming a mean to improve not only the quality of an individual work, but also the quality of the organization work as well. The culture of mentoring has long been development at the world is the way training, improving the quality work, various field uh, and higher education specifically and especially, mentoring is exceptionally important for successful study, professional development and career planning. This segment represents on the most useful, prestigious and most desirable model, especially in higher education system. Uh, our education, where students have useful advice from experienced professors, mentors on how to develop the skills they learn during their study in their transfer of knowledge, acquire skill in order to develop and natural individual quality and personal ability. As a professor dedicated to student education and future proofing, my selection is support students and their creativity through level study. Is education that encourage development, creativity, and student creating innovative and inspiring learning environment, teamwork, creativity, teach, have self-confidence in realizing their full cognitive potential, creativity and less resource, creativity, global challenges, complex, increasingly creativity in education, a special challenge. Selection students to mentor require personal learning and research independence as they involved in a scientific project where do their diploma, master, and doctoral thesis. Several characteristics of personalized learning and education include student recognition, diversity, customized curriculum, flexibility, and teaching approaches, monitoring development, interest-based learning, personal learning in inclusive, motivate, and environment-focused learning environment is very interesting for university professor mentors student all level study, basis, master, and doctoral and PhD postdoc.
Okay, amazing. So let's move to our next question. And my next question is, what makes Belgrade Metropolitan University stand in the field of higher education?
Metropolitan University stand out the education system as follows. Metropolitan University create a leader who shape and create the digital future through a modern, applied, and interdisciplinary approach. We educate generation of young experts who not only understand the modern world but also actively change it. We are focused on empowering individuals to use knowledge, innovation, and social responsibility as prerequisites for building a sustainable, smart, and inclusive society. Belgrade Metropolitan University is more than a place of knowledge; it's a space on transformation and creation. We provide students with relevant skills along with the needs of labor market and the global trend, employs with a simultaneous environment for personal and professional growth and society with concentrate sustainable and innovative solution through the century of education, research, and enterprising is an internationally oriented institution. We contributed to the development of society based on knowledge and technology, inspiring future experts to become career positive change. Metropolitan University is a place where innovation is born, where the future is not waited for but career. We strive to become an university, inspire a place where education turn into creative idea, into change, and student into leader and the future. Uh, University encouraging metropolitan consolidate the Faculty of Information Technology established in 2005, building the principle defined the Bologna Declaration European education system, a pioneer of the introduction distance learning. Especially COVID-19, with Metropolitan University, there are four faculty of information technology, faculty of management, faculty of digital art, faculty of foreign language. Metropolitan University is a very good university in region, in global influence. Uh, especially Metropolitan University is a private university, integrated university.
Okay, amazing. So let's go to my next question. And my next question is, how do you see the role of university professor evolving in today's digital and global world?
In the global world, and the role of university professor is evolving to encompass digital fluency, global awareness, and focus on student-centered learning. Professors are increasingly expected to integrate technology into their teaching, foster digital literacy, and adapt their pedagogical approach to a diverse and globally connected student body. One, emerging digital technology, integration online resources, development digital competence, adapting teaching methods, fostering global awareness, internalization, curriculum promoting cross-cultural understanding, fostering global collaboration, evolving pedagogical approach, student-centered learning. The focus is shifting from traditional lecture-based teaching to more student-centered approach that emphasize active learning, critical thinking on problem solving, mentorship and guidance, promoting life learning. The rapid pace of change in the digital world require professors to emphasize the importance of life learning and equip students with the skills to adapt new technology and challenge their career. Navigation, institutional change, adaptation and flexibility, professional development, evaluation and assessment recommendation based on the factual results, digital culture of university professor and their application to initial teacher training and the following can highlight is very interesting. Professors much training digital technology education come in forces and coverage during teaching and learning attractive in the classroom.
Okay, amazing. So my next question from you is, in your experience, what are the key qualities that make a student successful in both sciences and arts?
principle for the development of a complete mind. Study the science of art, study the art of science, development your sense, especially learn how to see, realize that everything contact to everything else. Leonardo da Vinci. What are employers looking for? That is very important question. And the answer is they are looking for the skills through in our college. Employers consistently report the type of person they want to hear to hire has the ability to think critically, logically, and independently, effective and clear communication, analysis, and interpret, frame difficult questions, and find answer as value approach harder with understanding and compassion and learn how to learn. When can development enhance which make you valuable? Don't take our word for it. The possibilities are limited. Limited scale future of student success in both science and art includes strong fundamental knowledge, effective learning strategy, and the ability to think critically and creativity in science. This involves understanding core concept analysis, data development, problem solving skills will in art in include developing creative thinking, communication skills, and an appreciation for aesthetic. Key factor for science: strong fundamental knowledge, critical thinking and problem solving skills, effective learning strategy, inquiry basic learning, collaboration and communication, creativity and imagination, technical skills and artistic knowledge, aesthetic and appreciation of art, communication and expression, realize and preverse growth minimized self-motivation and in intrinsic interest, effective time management and organization, supportive environment, access to resources, mentorship, and positive feedback from teacher, peers, and family member can significantly impact students' success.
Okay, amazing. So let's move to our next question. And my next question is, how important is interdisciplinary learning in 21st century, and how do you promote it?
Interdisciplinary learning is highly important in the 21st century as it equips the individual with the skills and adaptability needed to thrive in complex, interconnected world. It fosters critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity by encouraging that integration of knowledge from various fields. Education institutions promote interdisciplinary learning through curriculum design, project-based learning, and encouraging collaboration between different departments or disciplines. Importance of interdisciplinary learning: enhance critical thinking. Interdisciplinary learning encouraging students to analyze information from multiple perspectives, fostering critical thinking and ability ever the viewpoint, holistic understanding, problem solving, creativity and innovation. 21st century skills in development essential skills like critical thinking, collaboration, and communication, which are crucial for success in today's rapidly changed world. Real world relevance: interdisciplinary learning connect academic knowledge to real world issue, making learn more in relevant student lives, promoting interdisciplinary learning, curriculum design, project-based learning, collaboration, technology integration, experimental learning. What uh, what major scientific or artistic innovation do you believe is a relationship our world right now? Artificial intelligence is acquired the most transformative innovation in the world. Next, please.
Amazing. Okay, amazing. So basically, my next question is, what major scientific or artistic innovation do you believe is shaping our world right now?
Artificial intelligence, abbreviation AI, is equivalently the most transformative innovation currently reshaping our world in science, in our life. Impact about science and art, also influenced span from powering scientific breakthrough to revolutioning creative industry. Here more in science, accelerating research, AI is used in drug discovery, material science, and climate modeling, enabling faster analysis of both data sets and identification potential breakdown, personal medicine, automatization, generative artificial intelligence tool are creating new form of art, music, and literature, pushing and the boundary of creative expression and challenging traditional notation of authorship. Impressive experience. VR, AR technology, often powered by artificial intelligence, are creating interactive and impressive artistic experience. Accessibility. What other innovative like VR, AR, AR, 3D printing, and NFT are also significant. Artificial intelligence preserve influence and the potential to research various aspects of our life make it stand the most transforming force right now.
Okay, amazing. So let's move to our next question. And my next question from you is, can you share a research project or academic initiative you are particularly proud of?
I'm especially proud of the project I'm working on with president of the university emeritus professor Dr. Dragan Domasit. Topic: digitalization transformation, Belgrade Metropolitan University. The digital transformation of higher education is a complex process, and through my presentation, I will strive to present a process that is necessary for education in a global world. Innovation is the process of creating and implementing a new idea. It is the process of generating new idea and turning them into something that is useful for community, university, business system, and the like. Useful idea, the results of creativity and creativity as a prerequisite for innovation. Management expert Peter Drucker said that established organizations that are ready to innovate in today's world where innovation is essential and mandatory for survival will face decline and experience. How do we use our brain to create incredible work of art and useful innovation? Is digitalization, however, more defined in the communication and modern infrastructure in university? Each is necessary but not sufficient for future progress. And most important, digitalization is not essentially about technology, but digitalization is not essentially about technology, and digitalization is very expensive for institution. Consideration the assumption that have been formulated to clearly indicate that there is currently no difference between digitalization and digital transformation.
Okay, amazing. So let's go to our next question. And my next question from you is, how can universities foster better global cooperation and cultural understanding among students?
Universities can foster global cooperation years ago and the cultural understanding by creating inclusive environment, promoting intercultural learning, and fostering meaningful interaction between students from diverse backgrounds. This can achieve through various initiatives such as culture exchanges programs, mentorship programs, and community engagement activity. Strategy for fostering global cooperation and cultural understanding: create inclusive environment, development working orientation program, establishment mentorship program, promote cross-cultural understanding, promote intercultural learning, implement culture exchange program, incorporate perspective into the curriculum, encourage language learning, facilitate meaningful interaction, organize community engagement activity, foster collaborative learning, create social for interaction, leverage technology, enhance language proficiency, after language courses, promote language exchange program, integrated language learning into curriculum, cultivate empathy and composition, promote intercultural dialogue, organize workshop on empathy and composition, encourage reflection on cultural difference, strengthen global network and partnership, establish partnership with international institutions, development joint research project, support alumni network, address global challenge, integrate sustainable development goals (SDG) into the curriculum, promote global citizenship, engage with the local community on global issue, constantly improve and evaluate, measure of the impact of initiative, seek feedback from student, adapt and refine strategy. Continuously adaptate and adjust program and initiative based and feedback and evaluation results. Yes, please.
Okay, amazing. You just tell about so many and good points that really helped me and the viewers also. Okay, so let's move to our next question. That is, what changes and opportunities do you see in international academic collaborations?
International academic collaboration present both significant challenge and a promising opportunity. Challenges include navigating culture and language barrier, managing diverse research methodology and explanation, and addressing logical hurdles like time zone and travel restriction. However, this collaboration also offers a chance to access diverse perspective, enhance research quality through global expertise, and expand to reach of knowledge and education opportunity, ultimately preparing students for a globality intercontinental world. Challenge culture and language difference, logical and administrative issue, intellectual property rights, funding and resources constraint, ensuring quality and equitability, opportunity, access to global knowledge and expertise, enhance research quality and innovation, global network and collaboration, cross-culture, understanding and sensitivity, preparing for a globalized workforce, access new market and funding opportunities, is collaboration can be open door to new market and founding sources expanding to reach and the impact to of research and education innovative.
Okay, amazing. So let's move to our next question. And my next question from you is, what has been a major influence or mentor in your academic journey?
I will dedicate it to my genetics professor, Professor Dr. Katarina Borojevic, who made an exponential contribution to development of genetic and prominent scientists' career in her personality how to advance scientific knowledge. So that humanity will progress with special honor and reverse. I read a memorial for Professor Borojevic, a prominent scientist in the world in the field of genetics, primarily about the nobility of women scientists, mother and wife. It is rare to hear about successful women and their realized struggle and the values created and imposed by social upbringing and concept of survival during from well now use which some time and now and from our understanding after years of experience a life that she gave to all of us in sharing and rich of this moment. I find nothing else myself but many words of beauty for our dear, I believe, Professor Borevich. She was received by statements in numerous countries around the world as prominent scientists and university professor among President of India Indira Gandhi sent us give women who respond and scientific birth, scientific biological discipline of genetics, which has today become an imperial science among all science, is very, very interesting. My mentor, mother, mother, my science.
Okay, amazing, so much. So, okay, let's move to our next question. That is, what motivates you to continue teaching, researching, and sharing knowledge?
Teaching, researching, and sharing knowledge are motivated by combining of intrinsic and extrinsic factors, including a desire to help other, the pursuit of knowledge, personal satisfaction, and professional advancement. Intrinsic motivation often include altruism and the desire to help others, self-efficiency and enjoyment, sense of self-worth and flow, knowledge, think, and intellectual curiosity. Extrinsic motivation often include professional advancement and recognition, reputation and status, building a positive reputation as an expert in field which can lead to opportunity and influence, organization, reward, and in incentive, respectivity, and social relationship. Other important factors that influence this activity include trust and fairness, course context and diversity, individual characteristics, factors like personality, trait, prior knowledge and experience, and commitment to the field.
Okay, amazing. So, my next question from you is, what advice would you give to young scholars who want to pursue a career in academia?
For young scholar among for an academic career, the advice to focus on building a strong research foundation, cultivating strong relationship with advisor and peers, and prioritizing but work-life balance and mental well-being, developing strong communication and working skills alongside an willingness to learn and adapt is crucial for success. A key advice for young scholars build a strong research foundation, deep knowledge, project involvement, embrace challenges, cultivate relationship, advisor relationship, networking, prioritize well-being, work-life balance, mental health, develop essential skills, communication, adaptability, emergence imperfection, growth mindset, perfectionism, seek opportunities, step outside comfort zone, seek mentorship, be proactive, energy activity, plan, acquired, organizer, your time effectively, setting the deadline for research tasks and managing your workload to avoid procrastination. How can next please.
Okay, okay. So, amazing point. So, let's go to our next question, and that is, how can students overcome self doubt and build confidence in their academic abilities?
Students can overcome self-doubt and build academic confidence by focusing on their strength, setting realistic goals, seeking support, and practicing self composition. Strategy include identify post-accomplishment challenges, negative self-talk, and engaging in activity that build skill and foster and growth midst. Here, more detailed background. Focus on strength and past success. Identify strengths, celebrate progress, build and strengths, challenges negative, true, and cultivate positive self-talk. Identify negative to doubts, reform negative to doubts, use positive self-talk, set achievable goal, seek help when needed, build a support network, embrace challenges, learn from mistake, be patient, public speaking practice, group project, skill building workshop, goal setting and reflection, regulatory reflect on your goal and progress, celebrating achievement, and identifying areas for improvement.
Okay, amazing. So my next question is, how do you define success, and what does it look like for a modern academic?
In the modern academic context, success is a multifaceted concept that extends behind traditional measure like grade and graduation. It encompasses not only academic milestone but also the development of crucial skills, personal growth, and ability to adapt to diverse learning environment and future challenges. Uh, Academic achievement, meeting goals quantitatively measured behind grade, skill acquisition, lifelong learning, well-being, active participation, meaningful contribution, impact behind the classroom, uh, evolving landscape, future prof skills, self-evidence and direction. Students who are self-aware, understanding their strength and weakness, and can set magnificent goal for their future, and also considering for successful. Ultimately, defining success in modern academia is a personal journey. Students should reflect on their own value, experience, and the kind of impact they want to make, both academically or behind.
Okay, amazing. So my next question from you is, what is your vision for the future of education and academic research?
The future of education and academic research envision a shift toward personalized, collaborative, and technology-integrated learning experience. This includes a greater emphasis of life learning, inclusivity, and addressing global challenges like sustainability. Curriculum will be reminding to connect knowledge with present and future priority, while teaching will evolve into a more collaborative and digitally enhanced professional. Education, personalized learning, collaborative learning, technological integration, life learning. Recognize that learning is a continuous process, and providing opportunity for individual to acquire new knowledge and skills through their lives. Inclusivity, curriculum reform, moving away from traditional subject-based learning to competency-based approach that emphasize crucial thinking, problem-solving, and creativity. Sustainability focus, interdisciplinary collaboration, open science, promoting open science to research-based publication and methodology to accelerate scientific discovery and knowledge sharing. Data-driven research focus on grand challenges, innovation and technology, doctoral education reform program. By emergency exchange, education and academic research can better prepare individual for the challenges and opportunity of the future, fostering a more knowledgeable, skilled, and engaged society.
Okay, amazing. So my next question from you and the last one is, how do you think AI and technology are changing the way we teach, learn, and create?
Artificial intelligence, abbreviation AI, is revolutionizing for the educational landscape by transforming how we learn and teach, from personalized learning experience to intelligence content delivery. Artificial intelligence is making education more adaptive, accessible, and engaging. Here, look at the key ways AI is reshaping both teaching and learning. Personal learning, how its work impact, example, intelligence tutorial system, ITS, how its work impact, example, automatic grading and assessment, how its work impact, example, enhance accessibility, how its work impact, example, smart content creation, virtual classroom and AI teaching assessment, how it works, AI power virtual teaching assistant and chatbot can answer student question and manage administrative tasks. Uh, uh, Date-driven insight for education, he, how is work, gamification and management, how is work, impact example, adaptive learning platform ethical, artificial intelligence in education, education challenge and consideration, digital divide, teacher training, data privacy, basis in algorithms are artificial intelligence system be designed to avoid bases that could affect that content accommodation. The future AI education. AI has potential to create a more personalized, efficient, and inclusive education system by automatic administrative tasks, providing customized learning experience, and supporting educator and transform traditional classroom and adaptive dynamic learning environment is important future, especially 21st century education program and science.
Yeah, amazing. So let's go on our final thoughts. And is there any message you would like to share with our audience about lifelong learning and the value of education?
Life learning, the ongoing process of acquiring knowledge and skills throughout life is crucial for personal and professional growth in today's rapidly changed world. It emphasizes that education is not limited to formal schooling, but is a continuous journey of adaptation and improvement. This continuous learning fosters adaptation, enhance career perspective, and promote personal fulfillment. Key aspects of life learning: adaptability and relevance, career advancement, personal growth and well-being, cognitive benefits, social and civic engagement, combining boredom and hasting life. The value education exempt behind formal schooling, fundamentation for life learning, adapting to change, fostering creativity and innovation, promoting social mobility. Education value Lee is ability empower individual with knowledge, skills, and critical thinking ability, leading to personal growth, enhance opportunity, and the ability to contribute positively to society. It fosters informed decision making, promotes ethical behavior, and cultivates a deeper understanding of the world. The personal growth and development, career advancement, informed decision making, ethical and social relationship, social progress, potential. Uh, Education allows individual to develop their talent, pursue their passion, and live more fulfilling lives.
Okay, amazing. So yes, we have to end our session here, and I really enjoyed this session a lot, and I learned a lot from this interview. And I hope everyone you are watching us, so you also learn a lot from this interview. And thank you to Ma'am Jelena for her precious time. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Next, meet you. Next. Thank you for attention. Uh, you are very interesting student. Much have knowledge. You have global leader.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you very much.
so I
Nice
will
to
just
meet
meet you all guys in another amazing interview with an amazing guest. Take care, stay tuned, and bye.